Welcome to this Workout Wednesday. My name is Roseanne. I'll be guiding this wall Pilates workout today. Full body workout with the wall so that we can create greater connection in our body through that press, especially of the feet on the wall. This whole theme of pressing and pushing today in the right way. If you have a ball, that will be nice to create activation also in the inseam of the legs, this little squeeze, but you don't need it. You could use a small pillow like one of these, kind of a medium small pillow, fold it, and then you can place it between the thighs for that squeeze. We're just using it for a segment of class today. Have your mat coming off of the wall and lie on your back facing the wall. For now, feet just on the earth, pelvis grounded, ball within reach. A little movement through the spine here. So a little tuck of the pelvis and then allow the bottom to ground once more. Little tuck and then release. Just a few times. Let's do one more. And then peel the spine off the earth, come up into a bridge, and to lower through the spine. Articulate one vertebra at a time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to peel. Press evenly through those feet. And then lower right back down. Just continue here. This will be your option if you end up not liking feet on the wall. You can still get this nice active press. This will engage through your hamstrings, through the back line. And lower right back down. Lift the pelvis as a unit here. No longer focus on articulation of the spine. Instead, lift and lower, lift and lower. Remain stable through those legs as much as you can. Press the arms down also. Head is heavy. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, lower to hover, lift and roll through the spine. Knees can draw in toward the chest, little circles in one direction. And reverse. Extend the legs, bend just a few times as you draw them in, extend and bend. Create a little length through backs of legs before we use that wall. 3, 2. Last time, reach the legs long, open and close, open and close. You can use support of the arms or hands or not. And also option to add the feet. Point the feet as the legs draw in, flex as they open. Warm up the inseams of the legs. 2. The last one, draw legs in again. And scoot yourself toward that wall. So work your way over there until the feet can land. Shins and heels in alignment all the way from knee down through the thigh to the hip. Take that ball and place it between the thighs. So just not on the knee, a little bit below. And squeeze that ball as you exhale. Inhale to release a little. Exhale, squeeze. And slight softening. Continue here. Sense a zip up from the legs. Two more. Heavy the shoulders. Last one, squeeze. Release just a little bit and focus on the press of the feet into the wall and soften. Press. Let go a little. So there's this push. You might find the bottom wants to start to lift. Leave it on the earth for now. See if you can keep a neutral spine each time you press. Powerful exhale through the mouth. You decide how much you work with this press. Last one. Good. Now squeeze the ball and then press. Keep the squeeze of the ball as you release a bit through the feet and then engage again with the push. So there's a squeeze and a push. One more time. We'll come back to those elements in a moment. Arms, circle, bring hands in behind head. Inhale here. Exhale as you squeeze the ball, upper ab curl. Lift through thoracic spine. Lower to hover. Exhale to curl. So continue here with the basic ab curl. You should be able to see the elbows in your peripheral vision. So not right in front of the face, but not so wide that you start to have difficulty to curl. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. How high can you come and in on yourself? Curl in on yourself. One more. And release the head down. Arms again can come to your sides. Ground them. And give that ball a nice little squeeze and peel the spine off the mat, the low spine rather, and then lower. Squeeze and roll up and squeeze and roll down. Have a full release at the bottom, or maybe you just kind of hover, the pelvis never fully reaching the earth. If you find you start to move away from the wall, sometimes that happens. At any point, you can adjust. You're a little closer to the wall. If it's too much for the hamstrings, especially. 2 more this way. Last one. Lift, roll down, release the inner thighs for just a moment. Then re-squeeze the ball, lift the hips as a unit, and then have them tap the mat. Press up and tap down. So it's more of a hinge here of the hips. Halfway there. Let's do 5, 4. Press those feet into the wall. 2 more. Last one. Lift and then pulse in on the ball. 3, 2, 1. Hover the hips. Pulse in on the ball. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Hover. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Hover. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Pause. And allow the spine to articulate down. Release the ball from the thighs. You could return it to the thighs if you'd like, or maybe you're done with that ball. One more exercise here. Adjust as you need, and then hands come behind the head once more. Inhale. And exhale as you squeeze that ball, cross the right elbow toward the left knee. And hover. And then cross other way, left elbow toward right knee. And release a little. So continue here. Exploring rotational movement. You got this. Press feet into wall. Don't forget about that. Squeeze in on the ball more. You can really work through those inner thighs. Let's do one more each side. This variation of the rotated ab curl. Last one. And release. You'll be happy to know that ball can go off to the side. The legs could lengthen on the wall for just a moment. And then roll onto your belly. Just as you need. And those arms will extend from the shoulder, palms down. Forehead can come down here or onto that pillow. Ground through the base of the pelvis as if you had jean pockets on the front of your pants. That right arm and left leg will lift and tap down. Reach up and lower. Although I just said reach up, there's also this length. Remember the length of the leg, the length of the arm. Even out the weight across the pelvis. It's going to want to shift. Let's do two more. So you can lift the arm a little bit higher. Last one, lengthen and lift. Let that go. We'll move right to the other side. So again, reach those limbs really, really, really long. So if you can get longer and taller. And that left arm, right leg. Lift and lower. Five more. Four. Three. Two. Keep that length. Last one, reach, reach. And release. Now, you can slide those hands in. Arms could be a 90-degree angle or cactus. You could do your upper back lifts or extensions from here. Or if you'd like, something a little different, scooch toward the wall. The forefoot, so the pad of the foot near the toes, presses into the wall. Slight knee bend here. And again, this sense of the base, the pelvis tucked slightly. The belly button is light on the mat here. Next inhale, try to push a marble away with your nose as you lift through upper spine. And lower to hover. Hands could be on the earth here as you lift. And lower. Hands could also hover. Just keep the chest open. We don't want to sacrifice the upper spine movement for hands being off. So continue here. Let's do three. Two. Arch through upper back. The last one, lift. And those fingers can extend back behind you. Reach toward the toes and pulse the palms together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale, those hands will plant near the upper ribs. Press yourself back almost into child's pose, hips toward heels, and come forward a little and then back. And you can stay with this today. Or to get into the chest, come forward for your push-up, elbows back behind you toward that wall. Press away, exhale. And then sit hips toward heels. Reach forward with the body, bend at the elbows, push away, and sink back. So continue this. Keep the chest open, while at the same time, the ribs draw toward pelvis just a little. So not flaring while the chest tries to remain open. Go slow as you'd like. No rush here. Finish one more round. Lovely. Slide forward onto that belly for a moment. Hands can interlace, press onto the forearms. Those toes press toward the wall as you lift through the knees and lift the pelvis for a plank. And then knees down, come onto your hands. So tabletop position here. Distribute the weight across the fingers as they slightly squeeze toward one another. And squeeze those thighs a little bit toward one another also. Then that, in your case, right knee will open up to the side and draw it in. Open and return. Continue here with side open or hydrant. And just stay stable through that supporting leg. Four more here. 3. Keep head in line with spine. 2. The last one. Open, pause, and then return and press that left or that right foot toward the wall. You may find you need to adjust a little bit here. So that sole of foot is on the wall. It could be at hip height or maybe a little bit lower so you don't get into the low back. For me today, I'm going to go a little lower so I can focus on keeping the core integrated. Then draw that right knee in toward you and then press the leg long. Again, hug in and lengthen. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Lengthen and rock on the toes. So toes to heel, toes to heel. And then pause. And see if you can lift that opposite arm. And then tap the fingers. Lift and tap. And there's still that press of the foot. Constant push. You have a long line diagonally across the body. From that right leg to the left arm. 4. Keep those ribs from flaring. 3, 2. Last one. Lift, lower the hand, slide the right foot down toward the earth. So you land the toes, find a plank, and hips up and back. Up, stretch, or down dog. Roll forward with the spine. Rock on the feet, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Heels toward or on wall. Press hips up. Really getting into shoulder. Roll forward, rock 1, 2, 3. Press back with the hips. Final time. 3, 2, 1. Heels drive back, hips lift high. And then roll forward, knees can come down, lower, lower, all the way onto the mat. We'll begin with the back extensions with the option of the forefoot pressed into wall. So just here, slight bend in knees. Again, pelvis presses down. Hands can stay as they are and lift and lower. Maybe the hands come off the earth. Just an option. What's it like to press those feet a little more firmly into wall? Inhale to rise. Exhale to hover. Let's do 2 more. Last one, lift and lower. Those arms can come out like a T. Lift through spine again. Arms reach or lift off the earth rather. Then reach them back, inhale. Exhale, come to hover in that T. Arms reach back, press feet into wall. And return to that T. How active can you make the arms here? The belly slightly drawn in. It's light on the mat. As light as it can be. Let's do 2. Last one, arms reach back and pulse those palms toward one another. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach across the heart. And exhale to lower. Hands press into earth again so that you can lift up and a little rock forward and back. Forward and back. This time right away, we'll just find the tabletop. Even weight through the hands. A few scapular glides as we squeeze the legs toward one another. So with scapular glides, there's this slight sink of the upper chest. And then we press away. Getting into backs of shoulders. Neutral head here. So 2 more. Last one. Now find somewhere in between and open that left leg out to the side and return. Open and close. Feel into this movement and see if you can increase your range of motion without getting into low back. 5, 4, 3. Use the exhale to help you. Lift, exhale 2. The last one, open, pause, inhale. And then return that leg and press the foot back. Ooh, and adjustments might need to be made. Draw that left knee in toward you. The back stays nice and neutral. The leg comes in, the leg extends. It's as if you could hold a glass of water, have a glass of water on your back, and it wouldn't spill. Let's do 3, 2, Last one. Press. And then maybe rock on the toes a few times. Find strength through the center. And that foot, again, press it into the wall. Could be a little lower, hip height, even toes on the earth, if that works better for your body right now. But that active press, we don't want to sink through low back as we lift that right arm. And lower, lift, and lower. Focused on range of motion, integrated core. Four more. 3, 2. Last one. Press that foot into the wall. Lower the hand, glide the foot down the wall. Find that plank again. Hips up and back, down dog. Roll forward, knees hover and suction cup to more toward your center. Knees hover, lift. One more. Then hips nice and high. Up stretch or down dog. Roll forward, hover the knees, lift, hover, lift, hover, suction cup in towards center, hips nice and high and back, up stretch, and roll forward, hover, lift, lower, lift, last lower, lift, hips high. Then roll forward again. See if you can lower onto those forearms. And then roll toward me, depending on where you're positioned in the room, because it'll be easier for you to see on the first side. Roll into a side plank, and you may find that those feet are in contact with the wall. Pause here. Take another deep inhale, and exhale to let the hips come down. Land on that side, whatever side is down. That bottom hand can come to cradle the head, or the arm could be nice and long, whatever you'd like. Press the bottom foot into the wall, at least the forefoot. Flex top foot and see before you move if you can find a little bit of space between the bottom waist and the floor, or sense of space. And then lift top leg and lower. Lift and return. Try to keep the hips nice and stacked. Minimize movement in the rest of the body. See if that press of the bottom foot helps at all. We'll do 2 more of these. Lift. Slowly return. One more lift. Return that top leg to parallel. So it's like railroad tracks with the legs. Point the top toes. They may even touch the wall here. That top hand can come as a support as you make circles, small circles about the size of the ball with your toes on or off wall. Little circles. See if you can get the back part of the circle. Sometimes that's the part we forget about without rocking the body. That's the key. One more circle in this direction, and then reverse. About halfway there with the circles in this direction. 2 more. Nice. Press again, word press, the forefoot into the wall of the top leg. And then it's as if you're snuffing out a fire with your foot. So move the foot externally, internally, rotate the thigh, the femur. So if you're grinding something into the wall. See what that press does to this experience. Because we often do the external internal rotation in class, but here with a press, what is that like? Last one. Great work. Let's roll onto belly. Hands can interlace, lift through the pelvis, tuck those toes, lift the knees, our forearm plank, maybe some little rocks. And then pause, opposite way forearm plank. So turn the other way and pause for just a moment. Press through that bottom forearm and then lower down. Choose the arm position or hand position you had on the opposite side. Cradle the head or arm long. Bottom forefoot at least into the wall, if not the whole foot. And get a little length and lightness through the waist. Flex top foot, lift and lower. Again, up and down with that leg. Four more here. 4. Oops, I'm moving a lot. Try to stay stable. 3, 2. The last one, lift. Then leg goes parallel. Point the toes. Make a little circle. 3 more. 2, 1. Change directions. Work on the reach of the leg. The press of bottom foot. 3, 2, 1. That push of the forefoot, and then internally and externally rotate the leg from the hip socket. Rest of body does not move, or minimally. Precision. Three, 2, 1. Roll onto your back. And the forefoot will go onto the wall. So you may need to move closer or further from the wall. Find your position, V with the feet, so Pilates V, so small V. So click those heels together. You could, if you'd like, have the feet on the floor instead, or even, just to show you modifications, what we did earlier with the knees bent, the feet pressing into the wall. So those are your options. Hands can come behind the hat. Inhale. Exhale to curl in on yourself. And lower part way. Curl in. And lower. Squeeze legs together. Let that head be heavy in the hands. It's even pressing back into the hands, even though you're trying to curl up. So either 3 more like this, or you could carry on with this. So 2. Or there's another option. Last one. If you'd like, stay in the upper ab curl. Arms can extend. 100 here. Pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really press those feet or forefoot into the wall. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. How high can you come in your upper ab curl? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a few more here. Active long arms. One more inhale and exhale and lower. Arms can reach, the feet can land on wall. Circle those arms round and take yourself closer to wall. A few stretches, but then we have one more active exercise. So your left leg, sorry, your right leg comes up into the air. I'm going to mirror here and cross it over. Flex the top ankle. So we're in a figure 4 stretch, but with the wall. You can move yourself closer to the wall to intensify the stretch. Just keep the flexed top ankle. Stretching glutes here. IT band a little. Relax what you can. Another breath in. Exhale fully. That right leg lengthens to sky. The heel can come to the wall and then draw toes toward nose just a few times. Press that other foot into the wall to stabilize. Next time, toes toward nose. Take the back of that thigh, draw it in, then bend the leg and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. We're trying to get a little bit of stretch through the back line to help us with rollover, some just play, some modified rollover or exercises to help rollover. Last time, reach. And then that heel can ground on the wall. Slide that foot to match the other. The left leg comes up, cross the thigh, or cross at the ankle, flex top foot. Open that knee as much as you feel comfortable. Maybe move closer. Another breath in. Maybe let it out the mouth. Lengthen that crossed leg and let the heel tap the wall and toes toward nose. Just a few times, this little pendulum swing of the leg. So see how the hamstring is doing today. And then draw the leg in. Return the heel to the wall. Both legs can lengthen up the wall. Wiggle the toes. Now, to explore the rollover, since you do have that ball, if it's still handy, even if it's a pillow, you can use this as well. It can go underneath the sacrum. So you can lift the hips, place it under sacrum, not under low back. Or without this at all. Legs can come up. Arms press into the earth. Might just try a little lift and a little lower. So exhale to lift as the legs squeeze together and then lower back onto the ball as slowly as you're able. You might just carry on with this little play here, depending how you're feeling today. But if, like me, the low back feels really ready and open, you might try taking the legs further over, maybe even all the way over. Open the legs, flex the feet, and then see if you can lower through the hips. Allow those legs to come to the wall. Draw them together, and then see if you can squeeze through center up and over with legs. Separate legs, flex feet, start to lower with control. The ball might wiggle on you a little bit. Heels toward the wall, this kind of like not even a full circle, but this little mini baby circle. And then legs come over. Open, Flex, roll down onto ball, heels to wall, point the toes, draw legs together, send the legs overhead. See if you can try to reach those toes higher up and over. Next time you return, stay, bend those knees, remove that ball, roll down through the spine. Just pause. Heel toe, heel toe. Those legs open. If you'd like a stretch for the inseam with frog, or the legs could be long, maybe you're closer to the wall, kind of more of a dragonfly from yin yoga. Slide those legs together. Allow the legs to go over toward the left. Maybe you shift the hips the opposite way. And return to center. Opposite side, shift the hips left, legs go right. Roll completely onto that side so you can transition over onto the belly. Push up into a sphinx. Stretch through the abdomen. Lower back down. That right arm can come out, extended or at 90-degree bend. That left hand presses into the earth, helps you to roll over onto that right side. Left leg can bend. Both legs could even be bent on the mat. Stretching through chest. Then return to the belly. Out, stretch that left arm. And use that right hand to help you roll over to any degree. It could just be very slight. Maybe it's here. Do what feels good in the body. The breath in. Return to the abdomen. Hands press into earth to lift yourself into tabletop. Widen the knees. Hips to heels. Child's pose. Maybe tent the fingers and walk them out as far as feels comfortable. The breath into the sides of the ribs. Get some length there. Before those hands slide in, roll up through the spine. Sit cross-legged if you're able. On a pillow. Take that left arm across. Deltoid stretch. That arm, cross the legs the opposite way for equanimity of the hips. And that right arm can reach over and then draw it back into its socket when the hand continues. Try to stretch over to that far side. Let go of that arm, drop the chin. Head can roll over one way and then the other. When you're ready, return to center. And if it's in your practice, maybe your hands do come to prayer. Thank you for this Pilates workout with some nice stretching at the end. I hope that you feel a little more connected with use of the wall. Take care.